That fight was horrible, but it was amazing, and not for the reasons that you may think. The Mike Tyson Jason Paul fight was actually a brilliant exercise in marketing, but a horrible exercise in execution. In this video, the main reasons I'll go through is mainly because there was so much suspense leading up to it. Tons and tons and tons and tons of suspense. Because Jake Paul is a young 27-year-old YouTuber, and Mike Tyson is a legend. So what they did, whether the fight was staged or not staged, is make millions of dollars from this event. The way that the events happened is the person that promoted the events really started his promotion company 3 years ago. And Jake Paul is a near centimillionaire with his other brother, Logan Paul, who is a centimillionaire, with Mike Tyson, who is probably a centimillionaire, decided to launch a marketing event, basically, where they built so much suspense and had the largest Netflix episode. They broke the Netflix servers because so many people were going to watch it. And the number one reason why it works so well, that we can learn from, if somebody wants to learn about starting a business, raising money for the business, is learn how to bring in an audience with suspense. The entire fight, there was so much foreshadowing, there were so many social media posts, and there were so many influencers at the event. The key thing that they did is depend on influencer marketing to build a relationship with the people involved, and not just a relationship, but a relationship that crossed generations, because Mike Tyson, like, people familiar with him were watching him back in the mid-90s. Jake Paul, his audience, and Logan Paul, their audience are just a bunch of kids that watch a bunch of video games on YouTube. So the key thing was they were brilliant in cross-pollinating their audiences in almost a joint venture partnership, where you have a huge audience and then you cross-pollinate with different people in different audiences from different time frames by, number one, selling products. Because Jake Paul has his sort of like a perfume company of sorts. Logan Paul has Prime, which is an energy drink which caters to the fitness market. Logan Paul has products that he sells to YouTubers, but the parents of the YouTubers are the ones that are really the ones who are buying the products. Mike Tyson caters towards an older audience, obviously. And so by cross-pollinating, they're able to get a lot of attention to this form of media. And the second thing to take away is it's really key to know that the fight itself was pretty underwhelming, obviously. There were no blows being taken, and probably for good reason. Mike Tyson didn't really take that many blows, nor did Jake Paul, really. And Mike Tyson may have taken more than twice the amount of blows, but he didn't embarrass himself and destroy his reputation. Jake Paul, he didn't really get as aggressive as he probably could have. Neither did Mike Tyson, but they both preserved their expectations and their reputation. So while it may have been a boring fight, they got what they wanted. They got the amount of views leading up to it. They're probably not going to use that fight or have a subsequent fight. And all it does is generate revenue for Netflix, because Netflix had so much competition in a sense of dealing with Disney Plus, dealing with Prime Video from Amazon Prime, and dealing with so many Netflix subscription services that was very hard for them to differentiate and to make a service that could suit a larger audience. So they found another way to innovate despite the competition. From a business-to-business perspective, you could see that there are tons of ads in the events, way more than one on cable TV, not through normal ads, but through ads at the actual venue, such as, you see ads for MetaQuest, you see ads for blockchain.com, all over Madison Square Garden. So the focus was on the ads in the actual events, making it a less disruptive, interruption-based ad approach, but more of an organic, subtle ad approach, where Jake Paul could promote his products by people building a relationship with him instead of it just being fed to you with ads that cut in the middle of the video. So these are my takeaways. It was a pretty janky event, but ultimately they built a ton of suspense. They depended on influencer marketing by cross-pollinating audiences from different demographics and linking them together via this event. And then they made sure to use a lot of promotion in a subtle way instead of an overt way. So you will never see a Netflix ad that says, hey, this is an ad for Jake Paul, for Logan Paul. You always see everything subtle and behind the scenes. So these have been my thoughts. What do you think? Is this something that you'd like to do for your business in terms of getting attention from potential investors? If raising money is something you'd like to do, the most applicable person would be to look at Grant Cardone, because Grant Cardone actually has a business where he depends a lot on his personal brand to build attention from potential investors. And as you do this, make sure that you subscribe to his channel. And if you want to have a free consultation with somebody from my team to take their time to go through step by step all the things that you can apply to see what fits in your situation, make sure you click on raises.com to learn more. And I'll see you in the next one.